Okay, today we're talking about designing a custom workstation in Fusion 360. So the design intent here is to design a custom workstation for an AutoCAD technician from common, readily available parts and materials for a more cost-effective price point than buying a workstation on the open market. The design parameters are basically the workstation needs to be 72 inches from left to right, 27.5 inches from front to back, and the height of the workstation needs to be adjustable. And we want a center hole for power cords to drop down through the top of the workstation. And they want it painted white, and again, want to build this at a low cost. The following video playback speed has been sped up in the interest of saving time. So let's get started. So in Fusion 360, I'm going to create a sketch. So I'm going to type in the exact dimensions I want it to be. We'll say finish sketch, extrude. We'll extrude it up to 3/4 of an inch thick. In render, we'll pick a wood that we want to make this tabletop out of. And I think we're actually going to eventually settle with OSB. You can see you have different wood options you can choose from. So there's our MDF, excuse me. Not OSB, but MDF. And MDF can be painted, has a nice smooth finish, it's heavy duty, solid. Now we're going to go ahead and make another sketch on the tabletop and drill out our hole for the power cords. There we go. There's our MDF tabletop. And I'm going to look in McMaster-Carr's website and to see if I can save a little bit of time and bring in some adjustable legs as components. If not, then I'm just going to create my own adjustable legs. So I'll create a sketch, make the mounting plate, make the 2-inch round tube. The mounting plate would be 1/4 of an inch thick, be made of metal. I'll create another sketch on this mounting plate, find my center mark, and create my mounting holes where you'll drive screws through the mounting plate into the wood to mount the legs to the bottom of the workstation. Then we're going to extrude down, or excuse me, cut those holes out as if you're drilling out the holes. Then we'll extrude out the leg. And we want it to be a hollow tube. So to do that, up here in the ribbon, I'll click on this shell command. I'll say 0.125 inches thick. So it's essentially like a pipe. I'll create another sketch and we'll extrude out the inner segment of the leg. That'll slide in and out of the outer leg. So that outer leg is stationary and welded to the base plate, and whereas that inner leg or that inner tube will freely slide in and out. And later we'll add some set screws or bolts that will lock the position of the leg in place depending on what height you want your legs to be. And we'll also add some leveling feet so we can fine-tune the leveling of the workstation and the height. And again, bringing in an SAT file from the McMaster-Carr website saves a lot of time and effort. So you're not having to 3D model every nut, bolt, screw, etc. Woo! Just kind of place it where I want it to be. Now we'll go ahead and bring in an SAT file for the wood screws that will secure the leg to the bottom of the workstation. And once we complete one leg, we're happy with it, we can just simply copy that one leg 3 more times for the other 3 corners of the workstation table. Yep, those look good. And same thing with the screw. I don't have to model it. Just bring in one screw and simply copy it. And in the render tab, I think we want to go ahead and paint the legs now white. Back in the design tab. So again, we're going to select that screw, create copy, move our copy over, okay. Same thing again, create copy, select 2 screws, move 2 screw copies up, and there you go. So that's essentially a finished leg assembly. I just want to put a radius on this to soften it. Okay. And then now we need to add our nut and bolt on the side of the outer leg segment. And that's going to act as our set screw to hold the height adjustment in place. And so that little hex nut would be welded to this outer leg segment. Right about there. Yep. So we would, in actual production, we drill a hole through that outer leg segment so the bolt can thread through. And we'll bring in our hex bolt. And there are other online 3D model SAT files you can get from other websites. I've just always used the McMaster Carr website. It's quick and easy. It's an option you can in the pull down menu here in Fusion 360. Works great. And that's pretty much our finished leg. So we'll select all the bodies. And again, say create copy. And simply move our copy over. Now sometimes you'll see funky things will happen, like you see it added that leveling foot there. So if you can't get rid of it or correct the issue, you can simply go over to the left side in the browser there and turn off the eyes for the bodies you want to hide. So you see how I'm just clicking on the eyeball symbol and it's removing or hiding the bodies I don't want to see.
Wow.
There we go. Say create copy, make 2 more legs for the other side. And I'm rotating them around because I want the set screws all pointed to the outside. And same thing, I'll hide those bodies I don't want. And then I'll select that leveling foot and add a leveling foot to each of the other 3 legs now. So fairly quick and easy. And that's pretty much our finished product. Just need to add our set screws to the other 3 legs. Now when I go to actually build this workstation, I'm probably going to add a stiffener or a spine, if you will, to the underside of this tabletop, just to add more structural rigidity to it. But for this demonstration, I won't waste your time and add it in this video in the interest of keeping the video short. But there's the finished product. So I want to add some laptops and computer monitors and some keyboards to this for the presentation. So I'm simply going to add a decal, and you go up to the insert and the ribbon there at the top of the screen. You click on decal, select a file from your computer, and I'm just stretching it out. So this is going to look like a laptop computer is sitting on top of this desk. And so you can manipulate and stretch that decal to make it look more realistic and accurate for your presentation. And all I did to model the monitors, the keyboard, and the laptops was I made rectangles, extruded them out, and painted them that dark gray black color. And then I made a whiteboard corkboard, same way. Extrude a rectangle, go into render the whiteboard white, the corkboard out of cork, the wood frame, etc. So that gives the customer an idea of what the workstation would or could look like. So again, the finished product, the overall dimensions from left to right, 72 inches. From front to back, 27.5 inches. And of course the height is adjustable. And I found these legs on Amazon.com. They adjust in height from 23 inches to 39 inches. Set of 4 for right around $56. That's a pretty good deal. The MDF you can buy at Lowe's. Item number 37461. I'll paint it white. They sell them in sheets that are 4 foot by 8 foot. So I'll ask the Lowe's sales associate to cut that down on their saw to the exact size I need. And then I'll use my hole saw to cut the hole for the cables. And again, this is a better view of those adjustable legs. Just a quick disclaimer, this video is not a paid promotion for Lowe's or Amazon.com or Fusion 360. And again, a little bit more rendering. We added a 3-drawer storage cabinet underneath the desk, a footrest, an adjustable drafting chair, and a headset. I hope this information helps. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.